Yeah, looking for a performance and pride on the final day. Super Saturday, that's Gonzalo Quezada and Steve Tandy, the two head coaches, both hoping for that winning end to the 2026 Six Nations. There are two teams left in the race for the title after Ireland beat Scotland 43-21. England away to France at 8:10. So Ireland have to now hope that England stop France from winning there in Paris this evening. But here at the Principality Stadium, as the teams gather in the tunnel, it's all about Wales trying to avoid a third successive wooden spoon. And most importantly, above all else, maybe James Hook, getting that first win. Does it matter whether they end up with the wooden spoon as long as they get a win? What do we want here today?
Yeah, exactly. I think we spoke about performance, which obviously we want, but I think we definitely need the win. I think the wooden spoon is irrelevant really, but I think if we got a win and something to build on going into the summer, that will please Steve Tandy and the rest of the team, I'm sure.
Yeah, they might have been resigned to their fate earlier in the tournament, Ian, when you look at their performances at Twickenham and here against France, but they're now more in control of their fate, do you think, going into the summer?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've seen a transformation, we've seen an up and up level. The bar in international rugby set very high. We've been well below it against the biggest teams in the world, but I think the confidence and the performance that we've had in the last two games has put us in good stead. I think the confidence the boys get from it and the belief that they'll get from that is just getting over that line, just getting that first win, and all of a sudden let things roll from there. But it's a different Wales team that we've been used to.
Well, here come Italy and Wales, getting faces on, getting to the mouth of the tunnel, staring out at the lights and the fireworks around this place. There's the theatrical stuff before we get the action on the field, the fireworks going up, or Flamaitan on the electrical boards around this place. The roof is closed, the stadium looks pretty full. We've got at least 70,000 inside the ground here today, hoping that Wales can get that win in the final game of this year's tournament. Here comes Dewi Lake with that usual serious expression on his face, and now here they come out of that tunnel and towards the field of play. And we hope that as well as all the tackles, the blocks, the hard work, there will be some flair, some excitement, some front foot rugby, something to entertain this crowd. 3 years since they won a Six Nations match. That was away to today's opponents in Rome in March 2023. 4 years since they last won a match in this tournament here in Cardiff against Scotland in 2022. It has been too long for this proud rugby nation, with issues off the field still. But in terms of this national team, ahead of their summer in the New Nations Championship, desperately need a victory on the final day of this year's tournament. The crowd cheering Wales to get them going, but first of all, it is time, as ever, for the two national anthems. And we'll start with the visitors after their big win over England last week in Rome, their best ever day. Italy are here in Cardiff.
Stadiwm y Principality, dyma ein amser ni, canwch gyda angerdd a codwch y to. Principality Stadium, sing with pride and raise the roof. Dyma ein anthem genedlaethol ni. This is our national anthem, Hyn Wlad fy Nhadau.
Yeah, what a noise, what a rendition, an a cappella Hyn Wlad fy Nhadau after Il Canto degli Italiani, the Italian national anthem here at the Principality Stadium. One team looking for their first win, the other want win number 3. Before kick-off, let's get some quick football updates. Exeter against Cardiff City, Mark Poyser.
Striker. 3-0 Cardiff City lead. They are cruising. Ruben Colwell with 2 and Alex Robertson. Both have since been taken off. It's been so comfortable for Cardiff. Any worries anyone might have had about them stuttering have been well and truly answered in style as they search for more goals, because they're going 11 points clear of the chasing pack in second place. 8 minutes to go. 3-0.
Live on FM in the southeast. Meanwhile, Newport County away to Barnet. Rob Phillips.
Still 1-1. Bobby Cam was just gone off, having put his side level, equaling up a Callum Stead goal. We're into the last 10 minutes. It's 1-1, all to play for.
95.9 FM for full commentary on Newport County. We'll let you know as any goals go in. But it's time for rugby here on BBC Radio Wales and BBC Sounds. The final act of the 2026 Six Nations. 4 defeats in 4 for Wales. 2 heavy ones, 2 close ones. Is this the day that they burst the dam and finally get a victory against Italy? It's time for commentary. Your commentary team is Ian Goff, the former Wales log, the former Wales fly half James Hook, and led by our match commentator Kenneth Davis.
And that is the big question as the curtain is drawn on the 2026 Six Nations Championship. Wales haven't won in 1,099 days since beating Italy at the Stadio Olimpico 3 years ago. The last 2 performances have been encouraging, but still Steve Tandy's men have nothing to show for their efforts. We'll find out after 80 minutes if Wales indeed have turned a corner. The last game for Wales in the campaign, and they are desperately trying to avoid a 3rd whitewash in succession. 70,000 here at the Principality Stadium, with the Wales in their all red after being in white in Dublin, playing from left to right, and Thomas Williams finds an early comfortable touch finder which takes Wales up to the halfway line. Ian Goff, the nerves will be jangling for everyone involved, because we all know you can't overstate this, how important a win psychologically is for Wales.
Massive. A great exit by Thomas Williams as well. He sort of punched that ball low, got over the halfway line. You know, they need to bed themselves into this game, but what a huge game. Great line out as well by Wales.
But it's back on the Italian side, just bobbled initially, and it's there for Fusco, the change instead of Alessandro Garvisi. His brother Paolo Garbisi, who struck the winning conversion, is at 10. Wales getting bodies, they've turned it over, now they spread it wide. Chance for the back line to show what they're about. Lewis Rees-Zammit with the first touch over the 10-metre line, 5 from this near touch line. Thomas Williams has to dig for it. It's back to Dan Edwards, who continues at 10 with Sam Costello still struggling with injury. Trying to play with pace and intent from the off. And Wales, the ruck is formed just in the Italian half. Christoph Ridley, incidentally, is the referee from England. Wales just crabbing slightly, but that's a good carry that time from Alex Mann. 32 tackles last week against Ireland, but trying to show his worth offensively. Good start by Wales. 2 minutes gone here on BBC Radio Wales Sport. Wales 0, Italy 0. Wales shifting it from left to right. It's just across to Ellis Mee, but he had a few Italian bodies in unison as well. Still on the 10-metre line, our Wales through Thomas Williams. Carrying is Dewi Lake, like we've seen him all through the campaign, put his body on the line. They switch it to this near side. Ellis Mee is taken, dragged down still, but that's gone forward, and Wales could be in trouble here as Italians try to counter. It's from the boot of Garbisi, only as far as the far touchline where Josh Adams lies in wait. Frantic start in this 3 minutes into this fixture. And it's Joe Hawkins taking it on, just 10 metres from the Italian 22. No score, but it's all Wales so far. Thomas Williams, patience from Wales, skipping out to Alex Mann, and I think Eddie James has taken a bang in the process. Still Wales have it just outside Italy's 22, going through several phases here. 5th phase, but as Cardiff has struck a 4th, 4-0, they are ahead at Exeter. Unfortunately, Wales couldn't get that to ground, so all the effort comes to nothing. Good early promise, but it will be the first scrum to Italy.
Yeah, first scrum to Italy, but good, really good possession by Wales. Really good. They went through the phases, getting themselves into the game, get the blood flowing. They start the game really well, getting it in their hands, taking the ball up. Some positive gain line as well. That was good. They were breaking tackles, they were getting over that gain line, which is great. Unfortunately, it ended with Dewi Lake being held up. Good defence in the end, but positive start by Wales.
Newport are ahead by 2-1 at Barnet in League Two. Newport were 23rd before that game in League Two. Cardiff, as we just heard, 4-0 ahead at Exeter. Wrexham beating Swansea City, are back at 6th in the Championship. Good to see James Hook, Lewis Rees-Zammit getting ball in hand early on. Yeah,
he's had a couple of touches in that passage of play there. It was a good turnover. Not sure who made the turnover from the ball for Wales, but you mentioned Zammit on the ball. Carey had a couple of early touches as well. Alex Mann looks good in the wide channels. His footwork looks good. Just unfortunately, as Goffey said, it's a good turnover from Italy to hold Dewi Lake up, and it's allowed Italy a scrum just outside their 22 here.
And this will be a stern test for the Welsh 8. It's Danilo Fischetti from Northampton with Giacomo Nicotera and Mohamed Hassa in the front row against Carey, Lake and Thomas Francis. No changes, of course, for Wales, keeping faith with the 15 that started last time out at the Aviva Stadium. This scrum just between the 10-metre line and the Italian 22. And Christoph Ridley is eager for the ball to be used. It's chipped over the top by Garbisi, and Lewis Rees-Zammit is happy to see the ball bobble over this near touchline.
It's a lovely, delicate little kick there from Garbisi. Spotted a lot of space behind Ellis Mee. Zammit from that midfield scrum as a full-back, you've got so much ground to cover. You've got to cover pretty much the whole backfield by yourself, because the wingers have got to stay higher in case Italy play, and Garbisi's found the space really well there.
Dewi Lake and Steve Tandy mentioned that the set piece has improved significantly as this tournament has gone on, but that's the commentator's curse, because it wasn't clean at all. It's gone forward from a Welsh hand. Italy have it on the 10-metre line. No score here. 5 minutes gone at the Principality Stadium on the final weekend of Six Nations Championship. That's dabbled through by Garbisi. In pursuit was Lewis Liner, but the ball won the race. The set piece has improved. Not that time though. just lack of communication possibly between Dewi Lake and I think Alex Mann it was at the tail.
Yeah, he was up in the air, he was up high, he was free as well, the space was there and the ball was just over pitch, so whether it was a slight overthrow or he wasn't in the exact position that Dewi Lake was throwing to.
That's in 5.
Ian Goff and James Hook, who've played here on numerous occasions and won against Italy, including that 2008 Grand Slam campaign.
Using Wales. No, not out, no.
Ball is slow, coming back to Thomas Williams at the base. He hoists it. It's going to land just on the halfway line. It's going to test the back three, but Lewis Liner did brilliantly well. Lewis Liner has it, and it's back to Fischetti, but it's gone forward. Now Wales could counter here, but the ball doesn't develop. That was an elementary mistake by Danilo Fischetti from Northampton, because it was a great take initially by Lewis Liner.
Yeah, Lewis Liner got up and he dominated that space, didn't he? And me is down. Is it me? No,
Yeah,
it's Josh Adams.
Josh Adams, yeah.
Down on the left there, and he looks in a little bit of pain, whether he's landed.
Yeah, I think that was in the process of landing, Goffey, just as he was trying to compete with Lewis Liner for was a very effective kick by Thomas Williams, right on the money there from the Gloucester scrum half, who will be Saracens bound next season. Josh Adams has come back strongly, it has to be said. He's obviously bags of experience, but he's there receiving treatment.
I'm not sure if it's a dislocated finger or something. You can see,
well,
Jeff, the doctor, Josh Adams has faced it the other way. He was usually sign of a dislocation, just putting that finger back in. I might be wrong.
Blair Murray is the utility player on the bench. Just a word on Rhys Ahmed. A few pundits have suggested, are we seeing the best of him at fullback? Could we maximise him more out on the wing?
I think so. I think he's better off on the wing. He's more of a finisher, but I think it just shows by the lack of depth we got at 15 at the moment. The reason he has to play
there isn't an obvious player that you could put there.
There's not, and his height and his physicality. He could do a job there, but I think he's definitely better suited on the wing for me, Ken.
That's James Hook alongside Ian Goff on BBC Radio Wales. It's Wales 0, Italy 0. 7 minutes gone here at the Principality Stadium. Wales gunning for a first win in 1,099 days in this competition. Can you believe?
Yes, Wales.
They have sunk to the depths of despair in that time. What a win would do. A little dink over the top. LSB is over, but the mark is called by Garbisi from the Dan Edwards kick. Dan Edwards, of course, came back after Sam Costello's injury against Scotland, and he'll be looking to create an impression. But it's good to see two young outside halves playing their trade and competing and pushing each other on.
Yeah, definitely, Ken. I think he was good attack there. Joe Hawkins straightened the line really well. I think it was the right option for Dan Edwards to kick. He probably needed to keep it on the floor, not to allow Garbisi to mark that ball. But what it does do is allow Wales an attack now from 40 metres out.
Dewi Lake with the line out on the 10-metre line, trying to find his target jumper, which is Alex Mann at the back. This is better. This is chance for Wales to maul it on the 10-metre line. Thomas Williams trying to orchestrate proceedings. Still no score after 8 minutes. Meandering on now the Welsh pack. Hawkins brings LSB into the line at pace, just crabbing slightly across field. Is still there for Thomas Williams though, 10 metres from the Italy 22. Wales would daily love to get a score here. Italy up in their faces. Dav Jenkins, who's gone through shift after shift in this competition, takes the ball on. It's Hawkins from the Scarlets, formerly of the Ospreys and Exeter. It's been turned over, legally so, and Wales are short on this near side. They're in trouble here. It's Menoncello to Ioane. Ioane back to Garbisi. I think they overcomplicated things. Italy is still on as they spread it right. They have the numbers here. Wales in desperate trouble, floated out to Lewis Liner. Liner's dragged down by LSB, 10 metres short. Wales still at 6s and 7s, but they've turned the ball over. Brilliant work, and I think it may have been LSB at the bottom of the pile.
Wales use it.
Desperate stuff from Wales in defensive mode. It's Wainwright who is pretty banged up, and Wales get a relieving penalty, but they were desperately short on numbers when the ball popped up on this near far side. Well, I think Italy probably did too much of it.
That was a huge turn for Wales. That was a huge defensive scramble. They had 3-on-1, 2-on-1. They should have scored. They should have. They had numbers there. Wales were absolutely all over the place. What a bit of defence from Wales to get back and stifle that and get the penalty. That's incredible.
Well, it was the star man, Menoncello, and you thought for everything that he was going to go all the way.
Yeah, he did everything right. There was a great turnover from Fischetti, the loose head for Italy, which allowed acres of space for Menoncello, and he showed the ball to Zamet and went through the gap. But it's a defence we saw against Ireland. That scramble defence and turnover and want and willingness to turn over was excellent.
Well, Wales get away with one. But unfortunately, the line-out has been a bit scrappy in the early exchanges, and it's gone awry once more. Italy come away with it. Wales 0, Italy 0. And that's the closest we've come from a try in this fixture. And just to remind you, Ireland have done their part in terms of the championship, beating Scotland 43-21, taking the Triple Crown in Dublin a little earlier. High-hanging Hail Mary, which Ellis Mee doesn't cope with, and that's gone forward.
Could be offside, yeah.
Could be offside. Well, that was just a bit of inexperience. Possibly Alex Mann thought it came from an Italian hand. And, well, there are 3 points in offer, but I would suggest maybe the Italians fancy a bit more and going to plant this in the corner.
It's an interesting decision.
Oh, they're going for Lamoureux's decided for 3 points and to get the scoreboard going.
That was tough. Ellis Mee tried to go up, take it two hands above his head, come off his shoulder.
It was Alex Mann in picking up the scraps, but he was offside.
Yeah, it's hard from his perspective. He's running there for him to know who that came off. He just instinctively went for it, but unfortunately it came off Mee, didn't come off the Italian hand, and he's the wrong side of the penalty. But again, just great turn by Italy, but the defence, the scramble to get back, and the line-out needs to be sorted. The set piece has been really good for Wales. A couple awry, they need to sort that out very quickly.
Garbisi has pulled one. It's gone past the right upright, so Wales have got away with one, and you don't expect that from a kicker of Paolo Garbisi's stature.
Yeah, he's kicked some pretty big kicks, Garbisi, but he never seems to strike the ball incredibly well. It seems to just drop over the bar, but he's just come right around that kick. It's fallen to the right-hand side, and a horrible strike from him.
Yeah, he just didn't get a good connection there, tall Paolo Garbisi. So it's still Wales 0, Italy 0. High Hail Mary once more, trying to put pressure on Wales, and again it's gone forward. So Wales not dealing with the high up and unders in the last couple of minutes or so. 12 minutes gone, Wales 0, Italy 0, and they shift it right to Italy. It's Fusco. The advantage is called over by Christopher Ridley, the English referee. On the 10-metre line are Italy. Fusco has to dig for it. Wales doing well defensively. James Botham is in there. He had a brilliant game out in Dublin as well. James Botham scored the second try. He's a very, very physical player. Him and Alex Mann, the two Cardiff clubmates. It's back to Garbisi. There's a cross kick trying to target Ellis Mee. Ellis Mee has it. It's Mee back to Rhys Zamet, and good combination work by the back three. It's a brilliant kick. The bounce of the ball, unfortunately. Does it?
Oh, no.
I think that went forward. That definitely went forward from Alessandro Fusco's hand, and none of the officials has picked it up. But
take the penalty anyway.
A bit of justice, because they all piled in. Italy off their feet, and Wales are up for this one, Ian Goff.
It's big moments like that. It raises your shoulders. You can just see the Welsh team filling their lungs. That you get the rub. That ball bounced like that, like it had a ball bearing in it. It was bouncing everywhere. But the follow-up, Ellis Mee getting over it.
Definitely
fantastic.
Knock on as we see the replay. And it should have been picked up, so a bit of justice reward there for Wales, who've won the resulting penalty anyway. So chance for Dan Edwards. He hasn't got much angle to work with here, outside of the boot, trying to get Wales into the 22. That's a great kick.
Yeah.
Brilliant kick from Dan Edwards, right now where they want to be. And as Ian Goff alluded to, they need to get their line-out work going here.
There's been a little bit of lack of coordination in the line-up so far. Maybe overthrown, but it could be the jumpers going up in slightly wrong place. Anything can affect. There's so many moving parts to some of these line-out techniques. but this one needs to hit. This is in a massive strike zone for Wales here.
Dewi Lake finds his man, it's Alex Mann. Dewi Lake round the corner. Ellisby trying to get Eddie James over the advantage line. Wainwright with a big carry. Wainwright carrying! And that is the first try for Wales. Brilliant carry initially from Eddie James, followed up by Aaron Wainwright, who bundled his opposing number out of the way, and Wales have started on fire here at the Principality Stadium, and they're up 5 points to the good.
That was a lovely try. It was a run around the line out. They faked the drive. They seen they come in. Dewi Lake come off. Fed Eddie James momentum, but it was just the pace that Aaron Wainwright hit that ball. Fantastic. We see it on the replay. They faked for the drive. All of a sudden, Lake goes on. He's a man of a beast of his own. Take the ball over the gain line. Once it's over the gain line, they've just punched straight through. And what a angle and bit of power from Aaron Wainwright.
There were so many decoy runners in that. He thought Dewi Lake was going to carry when Joe Hawkins outside. He put it behind.
Oh no!
So we're going to reset it, but the kick's here.
That's all right.
You never know these days if the TMO is going to come in at any juncture, but that was regarding where the ball is placed.
Yeah, let's move it and blade of grass across to the right. That'll make a difference.
So it is going to be Dan Edwards to convert in front of the post, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered. Wales up by 7 points. We played 15 minutes, courtesy of a great score by Aaron Wainwright.
It was excellent, and as I said, the decoy runs out the back to Ellisby. Good carry from Eddie James, and Aaron Wainwright, probably one of Wales' best players doing this Six Nations, and a fair run up, and it's a missed tackle, but take nothing away from Wainwright. Great determination under the post, 7-0.
I think it was Michele Lamaro, the Italian captain, who missed the tackle, but Wainwright coming from depth, and it was just get out the way.
It was just the fact they had that gain line, the momentum, and he just punched onto it. Italy were on the back foot. Fantastic play and try by Wainwright.
I was going to say he's not an unsung hero. Goes through an absolute bundle of work for Wales, time and time again. Moving to Leicester, I'm sure he'll be a big hit at Welford Road as Wales clear through Thomas Williams, up by 7 points to 0 as we welcome listeners in the southeast. And the final score in Devon was Exeter 0, Cardiff 4. So victory that Cardiff needed. Not that they had a blip, but they are in second, of course, behind Lincoln in the Championship, in the League One rather. High Hail Mary backwards from Rhys Amitkin, opening up here, and a victory also for Newport away at Barnet. Crucial victory for them by 2-1. Room on the narrow side. This is Rhys Amitkin. He's isolated. He needs help, but help arrives on the halfway line. This is Carter to Hawkins. Hawkins running a great line. Now then, quick ball is required to the left. It's taken by Williams. Out it goes to Dan Edwards. Edwards to Zammit. Great tackle on Eddie James rather. And Italy saw the danger there. And it's an Italian penalty.
That's a great read by Italy. That's a really good read.
Brex.
And Brex had to nail his man, because had he missed him, Wales are on the outside.
Yeah, he saw Eddie James trying to bounce out to his left-hand side to get around Brex, and as you said, Ken, he had to make that tackle. Made it by his bootstraps, and then Italy were over the ball. Penalty, and this time he's not taking the 3 points, he's going for the corner.
It's a pity, and you don't want to have a go about overplaying, because had Eddie James gone on the outside, Wales were in.
Yeah, it's a run-around play, and he's spotted, he's got round and get right by the button. It's so hard to wipe him out then. It's so hard to get support on him. And very good read.
Juan Ignacio Brex from Toulon, the Argentine-born centre, former Benetton player. It's a brilliant partnership with Menoncello. Menoncello, of course, was the youngest ever scorer in the Six Nations Championship at 19. And this is an Italian rolling more, 20 metres out from Wales, is try line, who lead by 7 points to 0 after that Aaron Wainwright try a few minutes ago. Wales trying to keep the Italians at bay. It's there from Fusco at close quarters of the Italian forwards. Nothing developing here, and Wales need to maintain discipline. Still 20 metres out, and that resolute defence that we saw from Wales is evident for everybody to see once more. But Fusco on the fringes. Fusco has a little dance. Brilliant sidestepping work from the Italian scrum half. And within 5 metres, danger signs for Wales here in the shadow of the post. Out it goes. If they spread it, it should be a try. Garbisi is called, and it's hacked down by Ellis Mee. And well, that is a penalty. Brilliant work by Ellis Mee, because he was hacked and Mee was taken off the ball late, and Wales have lived to tell the tale once more.
These are big moments, Hooky, aren't they? Massive moments by Wales. This defensive effort, and there are times you crumble, you give a try away, bang, and we have given easy tries away, but they're making Italy work so hard for everything they need to gain.
Just thought there, Hooky, could Garbisi have given it just a moment sooner?
Yeah, he's looked in 2 minds, didn't he? I think he's right, he could have given it earlier, and then once he took contact, he just shoveled the ball on, when he should have probably kept hold of it then, and allowed Mee to get through.
Michele Lamaro just giving an explanation about the penalty given away. So that's a psychological boost for Wales, with Dan Edwards prodding them down almost to the 22, just outside the 22. So if Wales can get any score here, this could be a killer blow. As we see, he's just fumbled from Garbisi, who tried the speculative pass outside the back door. Ellis Mee on it in the flash, and then he was taken off the ball. Wales down to the 22. Dewi Lake. Oh, and unfortunately we spoke, Goffey, about that miscommunication, and unfortunately the lineout's not firing on all cylinders. It's a free kick because Dewi Lake went for it, feigned to go in, so it's only a free kick. It's high, taken by the Italians. It's back Fusco to Garbisi, shifts it right to Ignacio Brex. Brex, the strong runner from Toulon. Italy on the halfway line. Wales, just a recap, lead 7-0. Aaron Wainwright, the try scorer, converted by Dan Edwards. And we're in the second quarter at the Principality Stadium. Wales going for a first win in 3 years in the championship. Out it goes. And skipping a tackle is Menoncello from Benetton. But Wales working well defensively. And what is good is their discipline so far, which has improved no end throughout the campaign. Out it goes again, spreading it to Ioane. Monte Ioane, who scored against Wales in the past. Back to Lorenzo Pani. Again, Wales working very hard in numbers defensively. Italy not getting over the advantage line at the moment. Again, the intent is there, the physicality is there, and they force Garbisi to kick. High hanging kick from Garbisi. It's going to land. It's gone forward, I think, from Lewis Liner. Has it? Yes, it has. But that is a win for Steve Tandy's defence once more. There's nothing on offer for Italy. They were forced to kick. It'll be a Wales scrum just outside the 22.
Yeah, fantastic. And that is kudos. Defence coach, will put your hand up to that. The only issue that we're having here, we're losing the aerial battle at the minute. We're struggling. Italy are getting up in the ball. They're sort of dominating the space you want in the air on those on the kicking battle. I mean, that's something we need to tighten up, and the line out as well. There's miscommunication in that line out, and we're losing vital set pieces in vital areas as well. So
that aerial battle is just becoming so prominent in the modern game now. And it was interestingly, Thomas Williams, I spoke to him in midweek, saying he just shrugged him. He said it's just a lottery at the moment, and because of that, there's more kicking in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And most wingers in international rugby now are excellent in the air, and you're looking at Italy with Ioane and Liner. They're both excellent in the air, and Goffey just spoke about it. Liner and Ioane took 2 great kicks there.
James Hook, and that is a Welsh penalty, and this will be a chance to get down into opposition territory, and that's a mini victory for Rhys Carrey, Dewi Lake and Thomas Francis, as well as others.
Yeah, that's a massive scrum. That's massive. Italy are obviously having a dip at us. They're really trying to put their pressure, assert their dominance, but they're trying to over-egg it. They're trying to force it. You know, you have to do it as a unit, and they're just trying to force it, trying to force that pressure without it coming through both sides.
Good kick once more, just to get Wales ticking. They need to get that scoreboard ticking along, which would force Italy to just chance their arm early on.
Looking at the replay of that scrum, that's a really good scrum there. The replay, he recoiled. I think if he started losing their balance, Carey recoiled and pushed through and really punched through. That looked like a superb Welsh scrum.
It is an area where Wales have got a bit of depth now. We were worried about the options as Wales win off the top. Here go Wales once more. The direct through Joe Hawkins into a blue brick wall there. But it is a penalty. Keep the scoreboard. This is 3 points on offer. And dare I say, they will elect to go for goal.
Yeah, I think you've got to knock it over. And just been impressed with Wales' urgency to go for the corner.
Well, I'm not sure. I think I'm old school here, Goffey. I'm not sure. I think get the scoreboard ticking. However, fortune favours the brave.
But the thing is, our set piece hasn't quite been, watertight so far. The kicks in front of the post hooky. I think if it was on the touchline, I would say okay, maybe a 50-50 choice. But that being in front of the post, 10-0.
Yeah, you feel we've got to score now, but it's easy 3 points. Dan Edwards put it 5 metres out, in fairness.
But now the cauldron that is the Principality Stadium, they're going for the try line. Just drags short. Aaron Wainwright has scored, has he? He's right on the try line. Right, Christoph Ridley is right there. He's not sure, and I think he'll have to go upstairs here. Wales were in a whisker of getting to the try line. Italy are rocked here.
Got around far too late. So my on-field decision is going to be try. We just need to see how he got there. Have you got anything to add?
Watch it from the start because I'm not 100% sure. We want to check that setup and then how it ended up on the
Anything to add?
My read live is that red move forward, the blue lines on fine.
Everybody's got something to add. That's the problem.
There's a few things to dissect in this, to unpack, as they say.
We'd like to review it from the start. The first thing we're checking is the setup. If that's okay, we then check for grounding, please. Our on-field decision is try.
Okay, upstairs it goes to Mike Adamson. Who's the TM. So the on-field decision is try. That is important on the outset.
There was no lift, right? So what you're going to look at here is if there's players in front of the ball. The players have got in front of the ballers. I'm not sure if it was Man that took it at the front there. But yeah, so you just got to make sure obstruction. It doesn't look like obstruction to me.
Well, there's a penalty there anyway.
So
he's dived over the top.
To floor, from what I can see there. In agreement?
Agree.
So setup looks okay so far. So we can move on to the grounding. We do have an advantage for offside there.
Right, this is the second part. So I can't. Let's see this angle from behind. Wainwright burrows and scores. Well, that's it. The ball is grounded.
Looks definitive to me.
Wainwright is having some game here at the Principality Stadium. It's a memorable double for Wales' number 8, and Wales are rocking at the Principality Stadium, and we were questioning the penalty. Well, they know far better. Fortune favours the brave, and they've got to try to show for it, and it's Aaron Wainwright once more.
Yeah, and just the Welsh team look just far more confident at the moment, and they look far more urgent. Look at the Italian team, even in attack, they just look a little bit lethargic coming around the corner but carrying off 9. And Wales 14 points up if Dan Edwards knocks this.
It's on target. What a strike from Dan Edwards. Everything going Wales' way in the first half so far. It's been a near perfect 25 minutes from a Welsh perspective, but now they have to keep playing. They have to keep intent, because we remember what happened in the game here against Scotland. 14 points to 0. Wales lead as Thomas Williams clears, and it's safe over the far touchline. And it's just great to see this place reaching fever pitch in the last 2 games.
Yeah, isn't it? All is said with it, the lack of sailor tickets. All of a sudden, we've got a lot more people here than I think we anticipated, and they're putting on shows. This is so far, right? This has been a great opening period for Wales. Superb intensity. So, with everything they're doing at the minute.
It's over 15.
Well, that's gone wayward from Italy. Now Wales are going to spread it. It may be on here. Eddie James, a little dab through. Eddie James, Lewis Rhys-Zammit is on it. It's taken by Ioane. He's brought to ground by Lewis Rhys-Zammit. Wales pile in. It's turned over. It's a chance here. It's a Wales penalty. Now then, it's got to go wide. There are men out. Out it goes to Dan Edwards. Edwards floats it out. to Josh Adams, who has to cut back momentarily. He had to check for the ball. Wales on fire here. It's all Wales in the opening 28 minutes. Still there are posing questions. It's going to Lewis Zammit. Zammit for the corner. He's brought down. This is brilliant from Wales. 10 metres out. Williams on to Jim Botham. Still penalty for Wales. Indicates Christoph Ridley. The noise reverberating around the stadium is deafening. Wales, out it goes. It's gone forward, but they'll have to come back. And Wales within a whisker of getting their third. This is absolutely top draw at the moment.
Oh, do you know what, Lewis Zammit, I thought he was going to get through. He could have just kicked his legs out. He was so close, but he's got it in his. You can see that little bit of zip about him today. He hasn't wanted to really explode, and when he's had the ball in his hand, we're seeing a different player at the minute. He's really having a dip of everything, every bit of possession he's getting.
Corner again, boys.
Good counter up, but the ball carrier keeps placing the ball.
Well, I was so conservative, Kenneth.
Around the stadium.
So conservative on that last kick, thinking he should have kicked it, but dear me, didn't they prove us wrong? And I'm happy. I'm so happy I'm wrong.
And the Italians, Hooky, are just shell-shocked at the moment.
They are. Wales, it's been all Wales in the opening sort of half an hour or so, but Wales right love from turnover. They're thinking about kicking, they're keeping that ball in hand, making Italy make tackles, putting them under so much pressure.
Dewi Lake to the back, here they go. The maul is formed. The heave from the crowd. Orchestrating is Thomas Williams. They're going to go all the way. It's another Welsh try. It's Dewi Lake. And Wales are taking Italy apart here at the stadium. It's a third try for the men in red, and they are dominating in every facet, and Italy looks shell-shocked behind their own post. They don't know where to turn, but Wales are on song, and they're up by 19 points to 0.
I thought I saw the headband of Wainwright. I thought this cannot be, but Dewi Lake deserves it for his effort so far in the Six Nations. But what an opening part from Wales. Everything they're doing, the decisions they're making, they're backing themselves. It doesn't look like a team that hasn't won for 1,000 odd days.
Dan Edwards trying to keep momentum going. This conversion from the 22-metre line, just right of the uprights. This the Ospreys outside half. And he struck it well. It's another 2 points. Wales already into the 20s. We played 29 minutes, and this is beyond Steve Tandy's wildest dreams at the moment. It's Wales 21, Italy 0.
It's excellent from Wales. Now we've seen a bit of everything from them, and we got defensively, the scramble defence, the discipline is really good in attack. They're varying things up, whether it's going to the maul, the pick and go, or spreading it to the width. It's great to watch at the moment in the opening half an hour.
They just need to keep it going. They need accuracy from the restart, and it's going to be taken by Jim Botham, who will try and set up once more. If you're just joining us, half an hour on the clock. Wales 21, Italy 0. 21-0 the lead. 10 minutes to go before half-time. What have Italy got in their locker? Can they show some grit and determination to hit back? Wales don't need to overplay either now, but Italy probably think they need a chance to their armour already. Back it goes to Garbisi. Garbisi is going to put one in to the air, and it's taken back. Wales need to be careful here. The ball bobbled, but Wales have retrieved it just outside their 22. That could have gone anywhere. As we hear hymns and arias reverberating around the stadium. It's been a tough old period for Wales over the best part of 3 years. What a boost, what a shot in the arm for Welsh rugby. A win here would be Ioane. A lot of work to do for Wales. Tackled by Dewi Lake once more, and it's turned over, and it's another Welsh penalty, and they are up for this game.
Not just a tackle by Dewi Lake, he was on his feet so quick to get over that ball. That was superb. He was against Ioane, and he's made the tackle on the winger, got up out of his feet over the ball in a split second. That's fantastic play by Dewi Lake.
He's like another back rower, reminiscent of Gethin Jenkins used to do. He was an extra flanker, Gethin, and Dewi Lake, very similar vein. to get in.
He used to play back row, Dewi, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a workhorse, isn't he? And he's a big, powerful man. But look at that, he tackles a winger out on the wing, and he swings around. He's up on his feet in a flash. Obi, that's textbook stuff, straight over the ball.
Let's go.
Fantastic play by the hooker.
It's the Welsh line out. Is there a danger at all? I don't want to put a dampener on anything. Can you overplay in this situation now? You're 20 points to nil up. Just do the basics, keep the pressure on, or you just go for the jugular.
It's the balance, isn't it? It's that balance. It's game context as well. They've, they haven't been in this situation before, and that's the hard part for Wales.
They keep it tight. They try and maul it. Dewi Lake just labours into the tackle, goes to ground. Thomas Williams is static, so the forwards have it all to do once more on the 10-metre line. Nothing developing here, and that's just bobbled out. Thomas Williams out to the tackle, and it's out to Rhys Zammit. Zammit just crabbing across field on the 10-metre line. Wales have it though. Wales 21, Italy 0 here on BBC Radio Wales Sport. 3 tries, Wainwright with 2 and 1 for the captain, Dewi Lake. They're just playing too much in this middle part of the ground at the moment, which forces Thomas Williams to kick. And
not sure who's inside
that was
there.
outside the 22. Yeah, that was outside the lines.
Fusco called for the mark, and you can hear what the Welsh supporters think of it.
Yeah, the touch is right there as well.
It was close. He was sprinting back, but
Alessandro Fusco clears, and it's safe over this near touchline.
Not now, but
well, we've had an explosive first 34 minutes, drama, and Wales right out of the blocks, but they know they need to keep this intensity going for 7 minutes before they're back in the hatch.
Yeah, they know the potential Italy have, the stardust they have, but they just keep playing in the right areas, keep things simple.
It's the Wales throw. Dewi Lake conservatively to the front, taken by Dav Jenkins. Round comes Dewi Lake, floated out. Patterns developing behind. Dan Edwards bringing Rhys Zammit into it. Rhys Zammit putting on the afterburners. He thought about kicking there momentarily, but thought otherwise. Ball comes out on Wales on the 10-metre line. They go back blind to Josh Adams. Adams almost coming out of the tackle, and that ball has ripped clear.
Ripped forwards, advantage.
And it's gone forward, so it is a Welsh scrum. And I hadn't had a chance to go through the teams at all, given what we've seen in the first 35 minutes. Wales then unchanged, and the backs read Rhys Zammit. The three-quarter line is me and Adams on the wings, with a centre partnership of Eddie James and Joe Hawkins of the Scarlets. Edwards and Thomas Williams are the halfbacks. Up front is Carey, Lake, Francis, Jenkins with Carter, Alex Mann, James Botham and Aaron Wainwright. And incidentally, Aaron Wainwright now has gone over for his 6th try in international rugby. A real stalwart, Aaron Wainwright, and he's now hitting the heights on a consistent basis to what we know he can do.
Yeah, he's been excellent. Like I said, he's probably been one of our best players throughout the whole Six Nations. And what's been impressive in this first half is how our so-called best players are standing up. Wainwright, Dewi Lake, probably seen Zammit's best game in 15 so far in this opening half as well. And the discipline, just look at the discipline stats. Only 2 penalties conceded compared to Italy's 7.
Oh, it could be another one. This could be another penalty. Ridley wants them to re-engage. I think the Wales 8 fancy this one.
That's a good scrum. That's a good scrum. It doesn't give the referee any doubt. They're not spinning up one side. They're not over chasing on one side. They're going as a unit. That looked like a penalty to me. But I'm, the ref right there has reset it. Now, Wales, just be careful. You just want to keep that ball. They've done everything right so far. And again, it's not a situation they've been in too often. So it's new territory for them to handle.
2 Grand Slam winners, Ian Goff and James Hook, on BBC Radio Wales in the cauldron of the Principality Stadium, with the home side leading by 21 points to nil. 3 tries, 2 by Wainwright, the other by captain Dewi Lake. Wales trying to get over this finishing line and secure a win for the first time in 3 years. Williams from the base of the scrum, and here go Eddie James has knocked on. And it was a good angle. There's no one behind for Wales. Hacked down by Lewis Liner. And scampering back is Josh Adams. Adams will have to be careful, but it's safe, but it's a great kick.
It's an excellent kick
by Josh Adams, and it takes Wales up to the 10-metre line.
Very good, because it wasn't just about getting the touch, it was getting it safely, deeply into touch, so it couldn't be taken quickly as well. So, good play by Josh Adams.
Tom Francis down, is he?
Yeah. Hats off to Thomas Francis. He's been playing in Pro 2 for Provence in France. I'm not downplaying that, but he hasn't played international rugby since Wales got knocked out by Argentina in the World Cup, and he's played a big part. Unfortunately, I think his game has come to an end. So Archie Griffin from Bath is coming on in place of Thomas Francis. So that's a shame.
I can't see, he's not limping. I don't know whether it was a HIA maybe. They're not, it doesn't seem to be, I don't know if they're taking him down the tunnel. Yes,
yeah, he is. So
maybe it's a HIA.
It could be a HIA, so we may see Thomas Francis as Archie Griffin scampers onto the pitch from Bath. We've just got 2 and a bit minutes for Wales to see this one out to half-time. And again, it's not taken, and again Wales come with the scraps. Wainwright to Edwards. Out it goes along the 3/4 line to James. Carrying very strong is the Scarlet centre, 17 stone. Wales just haven't secured possession here. They have now. Wainwright, a little dab through on the far side. He fancied a hat-trick early on, I think, Alan Wainwright. But I think he saw the dollar signs here, but there could be danger for Wales. They need to see this one out. 2 minutes to go. And it's a penalty. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
It's Rhys Carré over the ball, and he reacted there as if he scored that brilliant try in Dublin. That meant as much to Rhys Carré as that score, and that just shows Ian Goff the desire, the effort, the belief to get those turnovers.
Our defensive line was so fragmented there on that turnover. There was a big space, and he had to cover that space. He had to use his pace.
Right. Are they going post here?
They're having a discussion again. We've seen 2 mauls go over for tries. It's 40 metres out for Dan Edwards. He can knock it over, but they're going to back themselves again.
Well, they're going for it. They're going for the jugular.
And you can't blame them. You know, it's been such a success so far. There's a minute and a half to go before half-time. Dan Edwards put another good kick in.
It's what he may would have liked a bit more, more metres on it.
It was Carré. Was it Pani that he made that tackle on? It was a fullback with a lot of space as well.
Carré has been an absolute revelation in this campaign, and it just makes a mockery that Warren Gatland, for whatever reason, wasn't picking him in his second tenure in charge. Lake down to Thomas Williams. Wales trying to get another score before half-time, and that will be their 4th. Unbelievable. Thomas Williams, back it goes. A little reverse pass to James Botham. I think Botham is locked though, and I don't think the ball is going to be coming back, is it? Just a shame. Botham didn't get to ground, and it will be Italy's scrum to see this out to half-time.
Yeah, good defence by Italy. That's twice they've held Dewi Lake up. Both of them that was coming at pace there. They've chanced their arm. They've gambled it. It's a real gamble because we had the cavalry coming that were pumping him forward, but they did really well then. It was a nice little sleight of hand by Thomas Williams, but Italy, they wrapped him up. You know, second man in, come and held up. I think it was Hassa that just held him up and off the floor. That's good play.
But this will be a nervy scrum for Italy in the shadow of their own posts.
It'll be Griffin's first scrum on as well, so this will be a tester for Griffin to get up to speed, because the scrum has been superb so far by Wales.
This the last act of a pulsating first 40 at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff that sees Wales in a more than handy lead by 21 points to 0. 3 tries to the good. Italy at 6s and 7s. They're under the pump here, Italy. And I think this is going to be an Italian. No, I thought it was going to be a penalty. Just thought there was a bit of a squeeze on Archie Griffin's side there.
The difference in the scrum there, it's got to go straight. It's got to be that straight sort of effort there. If it starts going up on one side and chasing one side, then it puts it in the ref's mind, a bit of doubt in his mind that they're trying to wheel it round. So got to drag that tight end through the scrum. You can't just go up on the loose head side. You've got to pull him through. But the Welsh scrum so far has been very, very good.
This scrum is in the shadow of the Italian post in centre field. The put in by Alessandro Fusco from Zebra.
I think they just want to get this ball in, out and off the pitch.
The old Channel 1 ball here. And it is steady, it's secure at the base from Lorenzo Canone. And Garbisi will say, enough of that, enough is enough. And everybody stands tall here, certainly those who are wearing red, and applause in unison, because that has been a quite near perfect half of rugby for Wales. From the off, they've taken it to their Italian opponents. Wainwright with a brace, Dewi Lake with a third. They are up by 21 points to nil at half time, and they are looking good for a first win in this competition in 3 long years. An awful lot of work to do, but it's Wales 21, Italy 0.
Yeah, Wales applauded off the field then at half-time. Not the first time I think we've heard the words rampant, dominant, brilliant being applied to Wales in this year's Six Nations. Is a nation starved of Six Nations joy for more than 3 years, able to celebrate at last. It looks that way with a 21-point lead at half-time as Wales go bouncing down the tunnel and into the changing rooms. That is the best half of rugby we've seen so far this year from Wales. Andy and Goff, let's hear it for the forwards.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, I'm just looking at the stats now, the territory, possession stats, they're all positive. Everything, nearly everything's positive. I think Italy just maybe have a few more clean breaks than Wales, but that was a fantastic, confident start to Wales. That's the difference. It was a confident play, kick into the corner when you got to kick in front of the post, 7-0 up. That's ballsy. They're really going for it. That's from a side that hasn't won in so long in this tournament. You don't expect that, and they're doing it.
Yeah, and we talked before the game, James, didn't we, about wanting to see the backs in full flow, the Zamits and the Adamses again on the ball and making gains. But it's been the forward players, 2 from Wainwright, 1 from Dewi Lake, who've got Wales into this position. Magnificent.
Yeah, 100%, Hunty. And I think what we've seen from Wales in this first half, as you mentioned, it's as good a half as I can remember. But the variety in attack, they play in tight when they need to. They're going for the maul when they need to. As you said, they scored 2 off driving maul, but offset piece as well. The variety around, ball carrying, whether it's Dewi Lake carrying, you've got Joe Hawkins, Eddie James. They've got some genuine big ball carriers that are causing Italy problems. And then when they shorten them up, they go out the back and they use the likes of Zammit, Josh Adams and Ellis Mee, who are all having good games as well. And Italy, quite frankly, just look completely shell-shocked. They have not been in this game in the first half. And hopefully Wales can kick on now, because for certain Italy are going to get a rocket from Quesada at half-time. There's no doubt about that.
Because it looks at the moment here like Italy have had their day in this Six Nations, maybe from last week, the emotion of beating England for the first time. Maybe their fire has burnt out, or maybe not. Maybe they will come back at Wales second half.
You can't discount them. You can't write them off, because you can't do that. You can understand if they've got a little bit of a hangover from last week. It was a fantastic win, but Wales have been on that front foot, and they've just held them on the ropes and hadn't given them a chance. And when they've had a bit of a break, which they fluffed the break really down this left-hand side off the turnover, Wales, the effort to get back behind that ball and win that turnover and penalty was outstanding. It was outstanding. But they've literally held Italy on the ropes, and they haven't given them a firm foothold in this game at all.
Well, this is more like the kind of thing we used to see against Italy when James and Ian were down there on the fields. And there is your former teammate James, Josh Navidi, on the podium. He's doing the DJ set, not in the stands somewhere, but they've given him his own little DJ platform for the half-time entertainment.
Halfway line, he'd be happy with that.
A mini stage wheeled on for the half-time entertainment. Thank you, James and Ian and Ken, for the moment. Then second half commentary for the moment as Josh Navidi gets going. It's Super Saturday, the big climax to this year's Six Nations on BBC Radio Wales, and looking at the tournament as a whole, we are left with two contenders for the title now, because it's down to Ireland and France to get their hands on that trophy. Ireland keeping their hopes alive earlier on by ending Scotland's chances. A 43-21 win for the Irish in Dublin to give Andy Farrell's side the Triple Crown and put them top of the table.
That was a proper performance, because I thought Scotland played really well, so overriding feeling is massively proud, because there's been a bit of adversity thrown at us with injuries, etc. Well, the group's got stronger because of it, you know, and when those lads come back, there's going to be some nice competition.
Yeah, so Ireland now hoping that England will beat France in Paris later. Any kind of win for France hands them the title. Grandstand finish to the Six Nations. That's a 8:10 kickoff in Paris. In the United Rugby Championship this weekend, Scarlets beaten last night 31-14 by Connaught, so remain bottom but one in the table. One game today, Stormers beating Bulls 32-19, I should say, a result that knocks Cardiff down to 5th. And one game in the Super Rugby Cymru Trophy finished Swansea 20, Pontypool 18. In the football today, after two games without one, a thumping win earlier for Cardiff City in League One. They eased past Exeter 4-0 at St James's Park. Reuben Colwill with a brace, his third in his last two games, before second half goals from Alex Robertson, and Callum Robinson made it a comfortable day out in Devon for Brian Barry Murphy's side. Here's the verdict of the former Cardiff and Wales defender Danny Gabardon, who was there for us. Actually, we can hear instead from the manager, I think, Brian Barry Murphy.
Yeah, brilliant performance. I thought from the very start of the game we were clear in our intent, backed by a huge following. We wanted to give them the best possible Saturday, and thankfully to the players we did.
And in the second half it was almost too easy, but that's because you did your hard work in the first half, wasn't it?
I think we worked hard throughout the course of the game. I think the performance in a lot of ways was similar to Tuesday, but today we created the chances and converted them, and Tuesday we didn't. But really just so grateful for the players that they remain so focused on playing our way, the Cardiff City way, and I suppose not showing any signs of going away from that in spite of what can be disappointing results. And
no sign of any nerves that fans might have been feeling after one win in four. That was nerveless, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've said many times, I'm so grateful for the players and the mentality and character they show every single day, and trained brilliantly on Thursday after a long trip back to Barnsley, and all the feelings were right, and you can't guarantee you're going to come here and win. All these games are very difficult, and Exeter has always been a tough ground for all the away teams, but today we were really worthy winners. Having been at the top end of this division for as long as you have, is there more pressure when you come into the stretch of the season to make sure you go on and finish the job? Have you felt any pressure at all? Just totally focused on the performance really, and the way the team wants to improve. Probably more so when it can become easy to be distracted by, I suppose, results of different people, because it's a very young squad, so they may not have experienced these situations before. But my experience tells me, as long as you remain solely focused on what we're doing, how we're playing, how we're trying to win games for our supporters, we'll be fine.
Yeah, very good day for the Cardiff fans who travelled down the M5, wasn't it? Cardiff 4-0 winners at St James's Park. That's BBM there with Mark Poyser. So they remain 4 points behind the League One leaders Lincoln after they scored two late goals to beat Stockport 3-1. But good news for Cardiff, their promotion rivals Bolton dropped points with a 2-2 draw at Rotherham, while Bradford lost 2-0 away to Wigan. So Cardiff now 11 points clear of Bolton in third with 9 games to play. And meanwhile, a huge win for Newport County, who climbed out of the League 2 relegation zone after a 2-1 win at Barnet. Bobby Kamwa scored his first goal of the season, while James Crowell got his first for the club since joining in January, as the Exiles move up to 21st. Let's hear from their assistant manager, Mark Smith, with Rob Phillips.
We've had a good week at training, and it's nice to see it pay off. The boys put a lot of effort in this week, and it's just nice to have that feeling they backed it up with 3 points.
There wasn't much between the sides first half, was there? But it was an easy goal for them to score.
It was, yeah. And look, we addressed that at half time. If we're going to eradicate these errors, and they knew that. They put their hands up straight away, and we knew what we had to do in the second half. And I think we had a different energy in the second half.
Big substitution at the break with James Kroll going on.
Yes, and just listen. He's been very patient. He's worked hard in training. He's waited for his moment, and he come on. I thought he's had a fantastic second half. He really has, and not only him. I thought Tan as well was brilliant when he came on. Exactly the same thing. Happy for both of them.
Yeah, the opening goal came after Jordan Wright had made a brilliant save.
Game changers, right? You know, and these are the moments in games. But in both boxes, that's where it counts. And Jordan's made one hell of a save, kept us in the game there, and then we've gone up and done that straight away. And that's the difference.
Well, relegation rivals Harrogate were beaten 1-0 by Salford. Barrow drew 0-0 with Accrington. Yesterday, Crawley drawing with Colchester. So all in all, a great weekend for Newport, who are 2 points and 2 places above the danger zone. A bit of bad news, though. Michael Spellman, a big doubt for Tuesday's game with league leaders Bromley due to an ankle injury. Premier League today finished Burnley 0, Bournemouth 0 at Turf Moor. David Brooks, the Wales international, coming off the bench late on for the Cherries. Brighton 1-0 winners at Sunderland. And play just underway in the 5:30 kickoffs. No goals yet. League leaders Arsenal hosting Everton and Chelsea facing Newcastle. Manchester City away to West Ham at 8 tonight. In the Championship, meanwhile, the leaders Coventry dropping points, suffering a somewhat shock 2-1 home defeat to Southampton. Middlesbrough unable to capitalise, though, on that defeat as they were held by Bristol City 1-1. Elsewhere, Ipswich moving up to third with a 2-0 win at relegated Sheffield Wednesday. They're just 2 points off the top two with a game in hand, having moved above Millwall on goal difference after they lost 2-1 to Blackburn at home. Hull in fifth, also dropping points after a 3-0 drubbing at West Brom, meaning Wrexham remain in sixth place, just 3 points behind them following their 2-0 win over Welsh rivals Swansea yesterday. Here's a reminder of what a happy Wrexham boss Phil Parkinson and a disappointed Swansea head coach Vitor Matos made of it.
I don't think anyone should underestimate the week we've had. You know, the emotion of the Chelsea game going to extra time. Been a bit flat Tuesday, not getting the win, even though second half we probably deserved it. And tonight, another high-profile game live on TV, Welsh derby, to raise ourselves to get that win. I think is the lads deserve an enormous credit, as do the supporters.
Luck was not on our side on the last moment. We could have scored earlier, 2 times earlier than Wrexham. We didn't. In the end, Wrexham got the goal. We pushed them back, try with different ways to find the last moment to score, and that's it. That's the story of the game as well, and I think there's nothing much more to add.
So Swansea's playoff hopes effectively over. Wrexham, meanwhile, they occupy the final playoff spot, but that Southampton win at Coventry means they're only 3 points clear of the Saints, the Red Dragons. Elsewhere, things aren't looking great for relegation-threatened Leicester. They remain on course for an unlikely drop into League One after a 3-1 loss at home to QPR. Some good news for Wales fans, though, with midfielder Jordan James scoring for the hosts ahead of that crucial World Cup playoff against Bosnia just under 2 weeks away. In the Cymru Prem today, Championship Conference, Colwyn Bay 3-1 winners over Barry Town. United, while the New Saints won 2-1 at Penna Bond. That result means that Connah's Quay Nomads will finish second and will play European Conference League football next season. In the relegation conference, meanwhile, it finished Flint Town 1, Bala Town 1. Merthyr Town suffering a second successive defeat in the National League North. They were beaten 3-2 at home by Spennymoor Town. They remain third above Kidderminster, though, on goal difference. And the former Wales captain Jess Fishlock has been named co-captain for Seattle Reign ahead of their National Women's Soccer League campaign. They begin their season away to Orlando Pride tomorrow. But at the moment, it's all about the men in red here at the Principality Stadium, and it is all about a Wales team heading for their first Six Nations win. We think, we hope, in 3 years since they last beat Italy away in Rome, March 2023. At the moment, they're leading the men in blue 21-0. Ian Goff and James Hook enjoying what they've seen in the first half. Aaron Wainwright with 2 tries. Dewi Lake, the captain, with the other. They're not used to this, James, being in this position of being 21-0 up at half-time. What will the very careful instructions be, do you think, from the Wales coaches in that changing room right now? We can see the Wales team in the huddle in there.
Well, I think it sounds like a pretty simple thing to say, but keep doing the same thing. You know, I'm just thinking what you say is an Italy coach. You know, as Quesada goes in there at half time, nothing's really gone right for them. You know, everything that they've thrown at Wales. Wales have dealt with, I suppose, the one thing Italy probably had to rubber the green with is probably two things really. Line out, they've probably challenged Wales there, and aerially they've challenged Wales there. So they've had a little bit of success, but everything else Wales have dealt with. And I think for Wales it's more of the same. That variety's been outstanding, that power game's been brilliant, and keep playing in the right areas and force mistakes out of Italy, which they've been doing in the first half, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, Ian, haven't they? And Wales have spent so much time inside that Italy half of the field. The pressure from Wales has been relentless, and they've got to get the result now to prove the progress that they've made in the last two games. But surely they will, won't they? They're not going to throw this away.
They put themselves in a great position, haven't they? That first half they have. Now, this is only half a game, right? Their discipline was brilliant first half. They need to keep that up. The low number of penalties is huge for Wales at the minute. They're not giving Italy outs. And we can't see a yellow or any sort of silly stuff. They've got to keep cool, but keep playing the way they are. It's hard for them because they haven't been in this position like this. But this is how experience and confidence is gained. So you couldn't fault that first half performance.
And you can't fault the body language of the Wales players as they sprint out for the second half here in Cardiff, clapped back out by the Wales fans who've been entertained and have been appreciative of what they've seen. Wales 21-0 up. What a position to be in this final Six Nations game. The Six Nations of two halves for Wales. Poor to start with, impressive since Scotland a few weeks ago. Here we go there, BBC Radio Wales and BBC Sounds. Ian Goff, James Hook and Kenneth Davis will take us into the second part.
And a near perfect first half means that Wales are just 40 minutes away from a first win in the Six Nations in 1,099 long, arduous, tough days. But in order to do that, they need to replicate the desire, the intent, the physicality, the effort that we saw, Ian Goff, in the first 40.
We could have done with the whistle not going off for half-time, because just carrying on. We'll just have a 60-minute first half, please. But yeah, exactly. This is the first big test, first set piece in the second half.
Dewi Lake on the 10-metre line. It's down to Wales, and they'll try and maul it. Round comes Federico Ruzza, and Thomas Williams just coming away. It's back to Ellis Mead. Just broke away to Thomas Williams. Ellis Mead jinking and still going. Brilliant run from the Scarlets winger. Now, can they spread it wide? Archie Griffin, who's on in place of Thomas Francis, drives on. Out it goes to Dav Jenkins from Exeter, the former captain, son of Howell Jenkins, of course. Out it goes, patterns developing, a little dab through. It's not a bad option as Ioane scampers back. Ioane is taken down by Alex Mann.
Ball's out.
15. Ball came out unsuspectingly for Italy. No penalties here for Wales. They don't need to do anything. And Italy, just a little bit of panic in their game early on in the second half.
And Wales are reacting really well to mistakes as well. They're really chasing things down with massive urgency.
Still not off the park. Taken by Dan Edwards, floated out to Lewis Rees-Zammit, to Adams. Adams, it's breaking up for Adams. Out it goes, still going is Josh Adams. Can he go all the way? It's out to Ben Carter from the Dragons. Into the 22. Dewi Lake. Wales trying to get the killer score early in the second half. Edwards coming back into a bit of trouble. He needs help. It comes Williams. Williams still going. Thomas Williams out of the tackle to Alex Mann. Phase after phase into the 22. Ball is slowed up. This is Aaron Wainwright. Wainwright out of the tackle. Ball is there on a plate for Thomas Williams. To Dewi Lake. They switch it to the blind side. It's still there for Wales, for Wainwright. This is a brilliant effort. Now edging ever closer to the Italian try line. Out it goes to Williams. 10 metres short from the Italian line. Out it goes to Wainwright. Wainwright drags short. It's there, it's slowed though. Thomas Williams. Forwards need to set it up once more. They do from Jim Botham. Botham to ground. This is the response from the Welsh public in the background. Ben Carter takes it on now. Williams forwards and backs interlinking. Brilliant carry once more from Dewi Lake. 5 metres. They need composure here. Carey on a bullocking run. Less than 5 between Wales and the try line. This is Thomas Williams. This is brilliant. They must score here. And it will be a try for Dan Edwards. It's a 5th for Wales, who are running Italy ragged here at the Principality Stadium. This is a 5-star showing from Steve Tandy's men. They've taken it from the first whistle in the second half, and Italy just have no response to the pace and power of this Welsh 15. It's another score. It's Wales 26, Italy 0.
It's brilliant from Wales, and it's from a kick that didn't go off the field from Fusco, the Italian 9. And just what I love about Wales at the moment is the appetite to attack. Everybody wants the ball in hand. They want to attack, and they've gone through phases. I'm not sure the amount is 12, 13 plus phases waiting to strike, and it's the ball out the back to Dan Edwards, which has shortened Italy up. And with his pace, it's a simple run in, but it's great to watch, isn't it, boys?
It's superb rugby. It's superb attacking. Josh Adams has been superb.
Another conversion, and every point matters. Wales up their tally to 28, and they are in dreamland already. Ian Goff at the start of the second half.
Yeah, do you want just what Wales wanted? Because you always worry, you come in at half time after that superb first half, that you go off the boil. They've started this second half exactly the same way as they started this first half.
And apologies, I even got carried away there saying that that was the 5th Welsh try. It's obviously a 4th, but it is a bonus point try right at the start of the second half. 5 minutes gone, and Wales, James Sucker, just ruthless.
Yeah, settle down now, Ken, settle down.
I know. Well, we haven't had this much excitement for a while.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You can just tell the atmosphere in the stadium, the crowd have come alive, and Italy just have no answers whatsoever for what Wales are throwing at them at this minute.
Just need to go through the elementary stuff as well and clear their lines, and just don't give Italy a sniff at all here, which Thomas Williams does. It's only as far as Pani, Lorenzo Pani from Zebre, and Canone into a red brick wall there. Fusco has to dig for it. Wales 28, Italy 0. If you're just joining us on BBC Radio Wales, Italy have to throw caution to the wind now due to the scoreboard, and that might result in a cracking tackle by Rhys Carey. He got man and ball there, did his Italian counterpart. They just need to keep cool, keep their discipline. Italy not going anywhere, just inside the Welsh half. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Wales 28, Italy 0. Just crabbing across field. Nothing developing here, and there's no danger. Fusco, back it goes. And this is just brilliant defensive work by Wales once more.
They're getting off the line. They're getting off their line. Spot blitzing well. Italy are going through phases for the first time in a while.
Again, what a hit once more. Both them on his feet, trying to turn over ball. Oh, it's there for Thomas Williams. There could be a chance. He's elected to kick as Alex Mann. It could still work for LSV, but Italy is going to be there, and I just thought that might have been the wrong option, and I think by Steve Tandy's reaction, he agrees.
I think Alex Mann is in kangaroo court for that, but what a hit. Rhys Carey absolutely buries him.
Yeah, that
he absolutely buries him. That was a huge hit. You know, it made us all gasp in here, but there was such an overlap on that turnover. I just wish it went through hands.
Jim Botham's work right there. First, he completed the tackle, got on his feet, forced the turnover, and there was wide open spaces on the right-hand side.
Yeah, it was too tempting for Mann not to kick it, but yeah, he just needed to keep it in hand.
He just thought he was Emyr Lewis against England at 93 for a moment there, did Alex Mann, unfortunately. Dan Edwards for a drop goal. It's in the air. He's turned. Oh, that is a beauty. What a strike by Dan Edwards. And everything Wales are touching turning to gold at the moment. That's fully from 40 metres out. And as soon as it left his boot, it flew over the uprights. That is a monster drop goal, and Wales flying into the 30s.
But what do you say about that? That just shows the confidence of not just Dan Edwards, the whole squad, just keeping their scoreboard ticking. And as soon as he left his boot, it was going over.
Well, it's just hard to believe at the moment, and it's just going to be a discipline issue for Wales, just to keep standards up here, given their superiority. 31 points to nil. Who would have thought? Thomas Williams hangs one in the air. It's going to land on the 10-metre line, taken by Pani. The timing was good in the tackle. 4 tries to the good. Italy have got to go for it. They've got a chance their arm. They've floated it out to Ioane, who was taken down by Eddie James. Nowhere to go for Monty Ioane. Oh, that's gone forward. And nothing is going right whatsoever for the team in blue. And that's Eddie James just receiving the tap on the back, the congratulations from all of his teammates. And it just shows the unity within this 15 at the moment. He's just struck that. That was, well, I remember, I'm old enough to remember Zinzan Brooks' monster drop goal in the 95 semi-final against England. This was further out. This was a monster drop goal.
And he's waving at the crowd after it. Come on, get behind us. It's such a spirited display by Wales. Such a confident display for a team that hasn't won.
But you take that on?
Well, it just shows the confidence. I probably had a look at it. And I'm not sure I'd taken it on from that distance, but as soon as he's left his boot, it's flown into the grandstand. I'm just thinking he's just a penalty away from a full house, isn't he? He's had a try conversion drop goal.
But he's someone you know well from the Ospreys, James. He's got composure, he's got competition as well in that position, which is a good thing.
Well, he needs that competition, 100%, Ken. And you know what I say about Dan is he's such a composed, confident fella. You know, if something doesn't go right, then he's straight back on the horse. He'll go again. You know, he accepts that mistakes happen, particularly as an outside half, a scrum half, and he just gets on with it. And he's put such a composed performance in today. Not just his try and his kicking for goal, but even his line kicking. Goffey last week, you know, he was questioned about the distance of some of his line kicks. Today they've been spot on, haven't they?
Oh, that's a Welsh penalty, unfortunately. And the scrum has been such a positive element for Wales, but that one has gone against them.
And I think Nicky Smith is on the side. Dewi Lake's already off. Ryan Elias is on. Nicky Smith is on the sideline. So I think Carey will be off soon as well. But that's the first time we've had a straight arm in that scrum. The scrum has been superb up until that one, and it was just a slip by the looks of it.
So Rhys Carey receives the applause reverberating around the stadium, everyone on their feet. It's been a campaign to remember for Rhys Carey. 3 tries, topped by that one in Dublin a week ago. He's come of age in this campaign, and he goes off, his work done. Nicky Smith comes on. This is a rolling wall for Italy. They try and rumble it. Wales have some defensive duties to carry out here. 51 minutes gone. Wales 31, Italy 0. Italy trying to get on the scoreboard desperately. Now they've got a surge on. This is going to be difficult for Wales to keep them. The backs come in, it's scored. It's a try. It's a long way back, but they are finally on the scoreboard. It's taken 52 minutes for them to do so, but it's a try from substitute hooker Tommaso Di Bartolomeo, and there was no stopping the surge.
Great patience by Italy. You know, it looked like it was slowing down, it was stopping, and then all of a sudden, you know, Monticello, Brex and the backs all started joining in. They had the foundation in front of them, and really patient, really well worked driving ball. Just shows Wales now, right, okay, don't step off the gas. They've had a brilliant opening 50 odd minutes, but they're still a threat. Italy is still in this game, you know, even though they've got a mile to go, but that's a good little warning for Wales.
And Garbisi strikes the afters as well. He's successful with the conversion. So something for the Italian fans to cheer in what has been a very tough encounter, but there's a long way to go in this one yet, as we see the replay. and it looked ominous, and it was. And Di Bartolomeo, touchdown for the Italians' first try.
And Thomas Williams makes his way for Kieran Hardy as well. Subs are ringing in.
Dan Edwards restarts. It's long. Going to be taken by Italy. Trouble with that, of course, it can become disjointed when changes are made, which is inevitable. It's high from Fusco, taken, and steps out of the tackle. There's Lewis Rees-Zammit. Rees-Zammit going the long way round. Lewis Rees-Zammit still going, fancies this one. Lewis Rees-Zammit, out it goes to Eddie James. And taken, good tackle by Lewis Liner. And it needed to be as well, because Eddie James flying on this near wing. And Lewis Rees-Zammit was in full flow there. And it needed a crunching tackle from Lewis Liner to keep Wales out.
It was a crunching tackle. I'm not sure why Josh Adams jumped in there, because it looked like an excellent tackle from Liner on Eddie James.
Are they going to have a... No, they're not going to have a look at it. Well, hang on. No. Okay, everything is good. No foul play. And we're off. Wales need to keep working, keep concentrating. They lead by 31 points to 7. You're listening to BBC Radio Wales here at the Principality Stadium. 4 tries to 1. It's high from Fusco. This is going to be taken by Adams. Yes, it does. Adams done brilliantly. Adams needs help here, and it's down from Adams to Thomas Williams. Dan Edwards, not a bad tactic. It's high. It hasn't gone as long as he would have hoped for, and Italy retrieve it. That's just the issue with the high kicks, and Wales have no one behind as they try and kick high. That's out on the full, and Wales got away with one there because there were loads of open spaces behind.
Yeah, a lot of space. Zammit was up in the front line, so left Dan Edwards alone in the backfield, but it's the pressure of Wales. Their line speed and defence is forcing so many errors out of Italy at the moment, isn't it?
So at the moment, Wales still at the foot of the table. Of course, England play France at Paris in the last game on Super Saturday. England hoping to avoid another defeat. They've never won the solitary game in the Six Nations. Pressure on them, pressure on Steve Bothwick. And my, how the times have changed, because England were classed as favourites coming into this competition, having won 12 on the bounce and 4 in the autumn series. Wales trying to drive it. Elias is at the base of that rolling maul, just on their 10-metre line, not going anywhere. It's out for Williams. Williams to Dan Edwards, standing off Josh Adams. Edwards, ball is slow. It is there, but it's slow ball for Thomas Williams. So it's up to the forwards to set it up once more through Nicky Smith. It's there for Thomas Williams. Slow. Ben Carter, head down, driving on. Williams to Hawkins, puts width in the ball to Adams. Adams slips a tackle. Adams is still there. It's there for Thomas Williams. Just went to ground at Adams at the vital moment. Hands in the ruck. Oh, and Wales pile in and give away a penalty. Wales were off their feet, according to Christopher Ridley, and have given, unfortunately, a penalty. Adams was almost through. I think he just tumbled, unfortunately, at the vital moment. It was a tap tackle.
Yeah,
it was a tap tackle by Monty Ioane. Yeah, and that was an all-important intervention by the left winger from Italy. Oh, Adams was away.
Yeah, he's having a good game, Adams, isn't he? He's attacking that line all the time.
Just a bit of pain. You can see the grimace on his face. Josh Adams. He's come back strongly, isn't he, Josh Adams? 24 tries now on the international stage. Scored against Scotland. And we might see Blair Murray, and Steve Tandy indicated this in the press conference in the week, that if the game opens up, Blair Murray is up there with the best
would suit him down to the ground, this Ken. If he carries on as loose as it is.
James Hook, Ian Goff on BBC Radio Wales. Wales 31, Italy 7. A little dab over the top. Ellis Mee has to come for it. Ellis Mee, it's gone forward. Problems here for Wales possibly. They don't want it to get scrappy. The advantage is over, and that went forward anyway. It was in one motion from Lorenzo Pani, trying to get it out quickly to Lewis Liner, but it missed everybody, and it went over this near touchline.
Yeah, again, it's that man Josh Adams who's taken a knee. The line speed,
I'm not sure if he's going to. I don't know how long Josh Adams is going to carry on.
Yeah.
He looks as if he's struggling at the moment.
Ryan Elias is down as well, and Archie Griffin, I didn't even see Archie Griffin get sin bin, but he's in the bin with 4 minutes to go. I completely missed that. But Wales down to 14, but still scrapping. Josh Adams having a superb game, but looks like he's taking a bit of damage for all his endeavour. Ryan Elias getting some treatment as well.
It's difficult, James, but in this competition, you probably the messaging from a coaching perspective is it's 0-0, just to keep going.
Well, yeah, it's 31 points to 7 with just over 20 minutes to go. So you don't want to speak too soon. Obviously, if you feel the way the game has gone, it's in the bag for Wales the way it's gone. But you don't want to stop playing, because that allows Italy, with the replacements they're going to bring on to attack Wales. So keep playing with the same endeavour, and hopefully the replacements Wales bring that same energy that the boys will leave in the field.
We spoke about the last win in the Six Nations was the 11th of March 2023. Wales 29, Italy 17 in the Stadio Olimpico. But they haven't won at Cardiff since beating Scotland 4 years ago. So a few records would tumble if Wales had managed to get over the finishing line this afternoon. But more importantly, it would be a big shot in the arm for Welsh rugby, given what's gone on the field and off it as well. Man is up. Out to Dan Edwards. In chase is Eddie James. Bit too much on it possibly. It's taken by Lewis Liner. Liner in turn kicks long, deep. Forces Josh Adams to turn. And Wales are back through Dan Edwards, and that's safety first over this near touchline.
Yeah, it's nice. It's all you need to do. Just keep pinning Italy back, asking them to repeat sets.
As we see a triumvirate of two former players and one present player in the shape of Justin Tipuric, Liam Williams, and in the middle the injured Welsh captain Jack Morgan. They've gone long. Italy, Lewis Liner is brought in off the training paddock. Ball back. Oh, that's gone forward. Well, it looked as if it'd gone forward.
The crowd don't like it either, Ken.
Advantage.
Oh, there's another penalty. Well, I thought that had gone forward. Dav Jenkins is the guilty party here. Hands in the ruck. And Italy will go to the corner.
Having just scored a very long driving line-out try, is a good 15 metres or so out in the last driving line-out.
This is a worry.
Wales have got to be on, because they're chucking everyone in there as well, so they've really got to get this down and disrupt this. He's nailed the kick to within 6 metres.
This is the best patch for Italy in this game, as they eye a second try. Wales 31, Italy 7. And if they are to have any chance of an unlikely, getting back into this as a contest, they need a score here. Wales with Archie Griffin in the bin, 2 minutes to go before Wales are back to a full complement. So this is going to be difficult. This is going to test Wales's resolve here. This and Italy rumble, and it is Di Bartolomeo once more as the backs go in. Oh, they held up, are they? They're held up. Brilliant work from Wales right at the bottom, and I think it's Ellis Mee who's right under the rubble, and if it is, the Scarlets winger has done a sterling job.
That's huge, because it looked ominous.
It's either Ellis Mee or maybe James Botham was there as well. As we see the replay, Ellis Mee with a tackle, Thomas Williams and I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, Thomas Williams gets his legs under there as well. You know, Ellis Mee he broke out of there as well, and you'd expect him to power over, but
and that isn't chance now anymore. There's an art to doing that now and ensuring that there isn't a try.
Yeah, you almost bring him over the try line with you, don't you? Really well played, Ellis Mee.
But this is a purple patch for Italy. Wales trying to up the ante once more. They lead 31-7 in the final quarter at the Principality Stadium. Garbisi, no way through that time for the outside half from Toulon. There's an advantage for Wales. They could take it here. Williams, out it goes. No, Edwards thought about going long, and isn't an advantage. It was a side entry. I thought it was. Actually, it was a penalty initially against Wales. However, it's a side entry, and just a chance here, Goffey, for Wales to have a breather, get back down into opposition territory.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Italy, they're bound to have had, they're bound to have a purple patch in this game. This is the minute. There's a couple of players. Josh Adams still looking a little bit jaded. I'll say Ryan Elias has been down a few times as well.
Surprised that Josh Adams is still out there, to be honest. I thought Blair Murray would have had the call. Now that's a brilliant kick once more, right down in the 22. Just what Wales needed, pushing Italy, pegging them back.
And Wales back to 15. Archie Griffin takes a field just at the right time with this driving line-out. Wales back to a full complement of forwards for this line-out.
They're just taking their time. Wales, just a bit of dialogue going on before they set up this line-out, which is 10 metres from the Italian try line. They're buoyed by a 31-7 cushion here at the Principality Stadium. They are 17 minutes and a bit away from a first victory in the Six Nations. The crowd trying to get them over the finishing line as Gonzalo Quesada rings the changes. On comes David Odiase from Zebre. He's in place of Lorenzo Cannone, and the Italian Scot Tommaso Allen is on as well. Bags of experience by Tommaso Allen from Perpignan. Played for the Scotland under-20 side. Here is a Welsh surge. Ryan Elias trying to keep the momentum going. It's a bit static at the moment. Thomas Williams waiting for the optimum time to break. Williams bringing Ellis Mee into proceedings. Ellis Mee to ground. And Wales have given one away. And unfortunately just didn't quite execute that. He had a little try once more. He was brought to ground and he went once more, did Ellis Mee.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's a great turnover from Menoncello, isn't it? Because Alan Wainwright was right there, but he got in there so quick and allowed that turnover. Big relief that for Italy, because Wales were putting pressure on again.
He didn't actually turn. I think he just held on to the ball, and the momentum of the wipeout then just spun him over as well. So I don't think it's him that turned. He was on the ball really quickly there. So great defence. It was in a great position for Wales as well if we'd have kept that ball.
I think Ben Carter is off. Just a word, Goffey, on Ben Carter, your position. Bit of an unsung hero, Ben Carter, since coming in place of Adam Beard. He's gone about his work, and he can be well pleased with his performances in the campaign.
Yeah, he's been superb. He's been absolutely superb, and we'll talk more about him after, but he's been a fantastic player.
Italy shifting it to Lewis Liner. Little chip over the top. Ellis Mee is back there. Mee didn't have much room to manoeuvre with a kick.
Fantastic
kick.
Kick.
Brilliant kick. He didn't have any angle to work with, and it's pushed Wales up to the halfway line. But yeah, you were just having a word about Ben Carter there, Goffey.
Yeah, unsung hero. He came in and you're thinking, right, how's the line-out going to function? And he's come in with a plum, and he's just got through some work, and his power as well. He is a powerful athlete, and he's been well worth his position. I think he's proved people that he is an international class player, and he is part of the future.
It is going to be taken by Nicotera. Down through Thomas Williams. Back at horse, gone forward. Very, very unlucky. Thomas Williams on it like a flash, and it just popped out of his grasp.
almost the basketballing skills there. You know, it was the outside arm he took that ball with the line as well, but yeah, he just couldn't hook it round.
To Adam Beard, who's on. Just the kind of player you need to come on, Adam Beard, at this present time. There is a Welsh player.
A bit of cramp, I think, Ken. Dan Edwards.
Just wanted a word, you know, a few players, they've had an awful tough time. Is it just players now just realising that, yeah, they belong at this level, Hookie?
100%. We said before the game, we just feel like these players need a performance and a big win to give them that belief. You know, we know they're good players, we know they're very good players, but they've got nothing to fall back on, regional level, international level. But you know, this is not hopefully just a win. This is a really convincing win against an excellent Italy team, albeit, you know, okay, they beat England, the hangover from last week. You can say all what you want, but this team, the last 3 games, have built really, really well, and hopefully, you know, continue into the summer and beyond.
Yeah, and let's hope the under-20s do the business tomorrow as well, who play Italy next door tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Oh, there's an advantage again. They try and shift it quickly, and straight through Italy, and it's going to be low. Tap tackle on Menoncello, and it was a vital one as well. Italy's still there, out it goes, far side to Montejoane, and brilliant covering defence though again from Wales, who get bodies back at the vital time. But Menoncello was through, and a vital tap tackle prevented the try.
Yeah, again it was Josh Adams with a tap tackle. What a line from Menoncello, clean through, and he thought he's gone around Josh Adams and just left his right arm there, tapped his right leg, and hustled into touch. Who's it? It's Dan Edwards, Thomas Williams.
But it's just the work rate to get back there. There were so many red shirts, and it's taken long to Aaron Wainwright. Out of trouble, Wainwright. It's back to Thomas Williams, and a chance with a relieving kick here in front of his sticks. Thomas Williams, who will be Saracens bound next season, and does the job. It's over the far touchline. And we talk about negative narrative in Wales, and just a word, Glantarf School went up to Northampton School for Boys and won the British Championship, and got past a few private schools in the process. Just goes to show, hopefully, as a nation, we're trying to buck the trend.
Yeah, that's what we need. We just need talent coming through, being nurtured, being coached by the best coaches, and just being developed and developed and developed to produce it out here. Because, you know, these boys here, you know, in 10 years' time, they're going to need the follow-through coming as well, and that's lovely to see with Glantarf.
Jared Evans on for Dan Edwards, and what a top draw of a performance by the Ospreys fly half.
Yeah, he's had a very good game. I think defensively he's done well as well, but attack-wise, obviously, what a drop goal. His try, you mentioned his penalty kicks to touch. I think he's really all-round good, composed game. Himself and Thomas Williams have really drove the ship this afternoon for Wales.
They'll be enjoying it in Carmarthen this evening, I'm sure. Dan Edwards. It is Italy as a hush momentarily descends on the Principality Stadium. Good tackle there by Nicky Smith. 31-7, Wales still lead. This is Italy's period though. Tough, big hit by Eddie James that time. Still Italy have it though. Wales calling for numbers far side. Oh, it's another penalty. And just the discipline has been lacking just a bit in the last 10 minutes or so. And Italy coming right through Menoncello. This is going to be a try. No, it isn't, because Tommaso Allen overdid it. Wales are there though. They're pegged back on their try line. Italy going for a second advantage for Italy. It's still there. The Welsh roar coming through. The crowd trying to do everything in their power. Out it goes. There will be a try here, surely. And it is a try for Tommaso Allen. It had to come in the end. There were too many men over for the Italians. Pressure told in the end, and the Welsh defence buckled. Italy still not throwing the towel in. It's Wales 31, Italy 12.
Yeah, it's just Italy probably learning. Talk about the half-time team talk from Italy, what it had been. Wales are bringing so much line speed. They just seem to be holding their feet a lot more and getting outside Wales that little bit more in this second half. And Menoncello is Italy's best player, and he's looked at today. Not much else from Italy, but he's caused Wales some problems, particularly in this second half, and it's a good finish.
Garbisi out to Tommaso Allen, and it's the experienced fly half utility back who scores.
And a bit of a difference. I wrote notes at half time, discipline, no yellow cards, no pens, and it's got Italy back into the game. That slight, slight errors on the floor when wiping out and rolling and different things have just got Italy, just got them field position now. Also, it was 60% for both territory possession for Wales first half. It's given Italy possession and territory in the right areas, and that's the difference between the first and second half so far.
The conversion is unsuccessful. Christopher Ridley just having a word here.
Eddie James, where was it?
It was absolutely fine. It was out of that ball. Please don't slow the game down.
I think Eddie James just querying the decision, but the try stands, and it's Wales 31, Italy 12. Just over 10 minutes to go. Italy have hit back in this third quarter. Can Wales finish with a final flourish in the final 10 minutes?
They got some fresh impetus on now with Jared Evans on as well. They just need to keep playing in the right areas. The game should be done now, Ken.
Keep working. That'll be the messaging from Steve Tandy. Up it goes. The aerial route, that's going to land just shy of Wales' 10-metre line. Oh, it's gone forward. It's going to be very, very loose now in this final 10 minutes. Advantage is over. It's hacked only as far as Lewis Rhys-Zammit. There is a bit of space for Rhys-Zammit to work with. Could it bobble for Rhys-Zammit? No, it hasn't. It's back in the Italian hands. It's hacked over the touchline. Well, Rhys-Zammit was flying, and just for the bounce of the ball, he could have been in for the try.
Just needed to set up for him, didn't it?
He's taking it there, the mark's
Just one bounce too many, because he was in. He was flying down the touchline.
I tell you what, Garbisi was very casual.
Yeah, too casual.
That could have gone anywhere. The anguish on Lewis Rhys-Zammit's face. He wants to score, doesn't he?
He's been trying really hard to get into this game. So maybe you've had a couple of quiet games there. When he's had the ball, he's really tried to sort of burst and break lines. He hasn't much success with it, but the effort and the attitude is there from him today.
Ollie Cracknell is on for Alex Mann, and another brilliant campaign for Alex Mann, who's really blossomed on the international stage, and he's shown his class. Beard is up above everybody else. Elias is at the base of the rolling maul. If Wales could nick a penalty here, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Rumbling on. Oh, it's been ripped from Wales' hands. So Wales just scrappy at the moment, and they just need to be wary of Italy. Oh, was that forward to Lewis Liner? No, it wasn't, according to the referee, Liner. And it's on the short side come Italy. Wainwright with a tackle on Menoncello. Here come Italy. Wales in trouble here. This game not done yet. Ruck is formed in Wales' 22, options left and right. They go left. Wales are a bit short defensively. Out it goes is Ioane in the corner. They will have a look at it, but I think Monty Ioane has done enough to score. And Wales just need to be wary in this period. There's still 8 minutes to go. They will have to have a look, but I think Monty Ioane has squeezed in the corner.
Can you just check he wasn't in touch first, please?
Yeah, on-field decision. Try checking touch before the goal.
Just going to check if the boot of Monty Ioane was on the whitewash. I don't think it was. He's confident. They've all turned back of the Italians. They've gone back into their own half. Mike Adamson is having a look at this. He's pushed. He's in touch. He's over the whitewash.
That looks touch to me. It looks like his leg, his knee or his thigh is in.
To say, probably wasn't great winger play there. The ball was in the wrong hand, and I think LSB has squeezed him out here.
Ball in the wrong hand, he can't fend. Hand off, it's a great tackle from LSB. Yeah, it's left foot, I think it is, Ken.
We're just having a look at it once more. It's
We're just looking to check if the leg is down before
it's the left leg we're looking at here.
It's the other angle that's conclusive, I think.
This isn't the angle. We're looking from behind the tackle here by LSB.
It's difficult. It's a really tough one.
I think we need to look at the angle behind the in-goal area.
This is the angle.
He's just pushed by LSB. He's pushing. Is that left leg dragged?
No.
There.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Mike Adamson of Scotland.
Yeah, that's touch.
Has
split second
the decision to make, but we can see on the screen either side in this Principality Stadium that the left leg of Monteoane has touched the whitewash.
Go on, Mike, when you're ready.
The knee is down just before the ball is grounded, therefore it was no try on the 5-metre line.
No try. The try is chalked off. Monteoane was in touch. And slight relief for Wales. They should have scored, Italy. And Wales need to clear their lines. 31-12. And we have to commend LSB.
Yeah.
He got over there, he did his work, and it was a try-saving tackle.
Yeah, I think the whole of the back three for Wales. I'm trying to think of any, but not one player has had a bad game for Wales this afternoon. They've all put their bodies on the line.
Just driving now, trying to make the angle slightly better for Thomas Williams, who's going to pull the trigger. And that is safe. Brilliant kick as well from Thomas Williams. Just pushes Wales up to the 10-metre line. Wastes some vital seconds. We have 7.5 minutes to go. Wales 31, Italy 12 here on BBC Radio Wales.
Yeah, Wales are making my heart beat very fast in this commentary box. You know, at half-time we were singing away, and you know they're giving us the squeaky bum time hooky, I think, aren't they? Where you know, the purple patch had to come from Italy, but
you were expecting it. They're a class outfit, so Wales weren't going to have it all their own way throughout the course of this game. They just need to dig in now in this final 7 minutes, the final 7 minutes of this campaign. But Italy are playing, Italy are chancing their arm, as they have to do. Out it goes for Italy on this near side, just shy of the 22.
Oh, mistake.
Yeah, and the big four, burly fours are getting over the advantage line. Tackle comes in from Lewis Rees-Zammit. Italy into the 22 though, trying to force things here. It's all Italy at the moment. 6.5 minutes between Wales and their first victory in oh so long. Italy still going, still in their 22 through Cannone. Ruck is formed, no penalties now, 8 phases. The Welsh crowd in raptures here at the Principality Stadium, trying to ensure Wales get over this finishing line. Out they go left to Italy, a little dab over the top, and it's a scene over the far touchline by LSB, and Wales will be happy to see the ball off the park.
Yeah, they're definitely putting the pressure on now. Italy throwing a fair bit of variety in attack at Wales, but Wales are holding strong, like the way LSB has played today.
Yeah,
made some really smart decisions in defence. In attack, he doesn't look the biggest or the strongest, does he? But he's carrying, you know, he carries his weight.
Yeah, I just wonder, many have mentioned him as a full-back option. He has played there junior rugby. Wales go long to the tail. Oh, that's gone forward. So just a few mistakes coming into the Welsh game in this final 10 minutes. Just went forward from one of Wales's best players throughout the course of the campaign, Aaron Wainwright. So it'll be an Italy scrum. 5 minutes to go. BBC Radio Wales. Wales 31, Italy 12. Surely now the celebrations can about to commence in Cardiff And why not? Wales' supporters haven't had much to celebrate. It's been a torrid few years. Wales have sunk to new lows in that time. Political turmoil off the field. What a win would do here to spirits inside the camp and across the nation. It's an Italian penalty though. They aren't done. They want to get the final word here.
Mickey Smith on the wrong end of the referee there for collapsing.
And they're going to elect for another scrum. Probably they've lost a bit of stability, Goffey, since Tom Francis went off in the first half.
Yeah, we've had Francis went off and then Griffin into the sin bin as well, so all of a sudden you reduce it down to 40 and it gives Italy that sort of front foot and a bit of hope, I suppose, that they know they're going forward and it gives them that confidence. But there's been a lot more unsettled this second half of scrum.
To be fair, the Italian supporters behind us still geeing their team up for one final effort in this campaign. It's not going to be a third victory for them, which would have been their best in the Six Nations since they came into the competition in 2000. It's gone to ground once more. Wales won't mind this.
They won't mind it at all. Just thinking that again. Just think of the last two games Wales potentially could have won versus Scotland and Ireland. It's that last 10 minutes that has killed them, so they'll be more than happy.
Steve Tandy, he had to give the diplomatic answer to the press in midweek saying performance, and then that will result in Wales getting that win. But deep down, this is something, this is evidence of the forward trajectory that Wales have taken.
Ask him that question again after this game, Ken. See what his answer is. Because this is a big win for Wales, and it is the performance as well. They haven't just scraped the win. No. It's a very, very good workman-like performance with all sorts of variety, which you can't argue in terms of who deserves the win this afternoon.
Can they keep their Italian counterparts at bay in the final 3 minutes remaining on the clock here at the Principality Stadium? Italy trying to put the squeeze on Wales. It's broken and it's taken by Odiase from Zebre. Is that ball going to come back? It is just there. The ball is there for the Italians. Bodies strewn everywhere. Out it goes. It's going to be a try for Italy, is it? Just short. No, they've scored. The try has come, and it's Leonardo Marin who gets a consolation try for Italy, who scamper back to their own half. It's all going to be in vain, but it is the third try for the Azzurri, who may have the final word in this test match. Well, there is an injury to one of the Italian members as well, so Tommaso Allan has to wait just to see if the grounding is legitimate. Just having a look. Leonardo Marin.
Short.
Oh, it looks short to me. That is short. That is short.
This could be the angle here.
Okay,
yeah, it does look short.
It's Botham's leg. I'm sure it's the leg has pushed the ball backwards an inch or two.
Checking grounding.
The ball's in the field of play.
Mike Adamson earning his bread and butter this afternoon, the Scottish TMO.
Is it the ball?
If you look at James Botham, I think it's James Botham, if you look at his leg, as he's about to ground the ball, it just pushes it back that couple of inches, which stops it getting over the line.
It's Leonardo Marin.
Our on-field decision, Mike, is a try, by the way.
But this is the angle from behind the dead ball area.
Okay, that Wales player is in goal, so I've got no issues with his actions. Number 7, he's in goal. He can attempt to hold the ball up, so no issues with what he does.
So the initial
that is short.
And then the Italian loses control.
Have a listen to the roar if this is chalked
so
off.
we're talking about a knock-on in goal, are we?
The initial grounding is short.
Yeah.
Then it looks like the Italian player loses control of the ball.
Okay, so it's a knock-on in the field of play.
It's going to be chalked off.
Okay, I've got a decision.
It's no try.
Short. He loses
Once
control
more.
of the ball, so it's a knock-on in the field.
The intervention of the TMO, and that is the roar to end all rows here at the Principality Stadium. It's as if Wales have scored a try. So Leonardo Marin was just shy of the whitewash. But it's another one that won't stand.
Yeah, and again, it's that effort from Wales, that scramble defence. Never say die effort, which we saw last week against Ireland. And again this afternoon against Italy. Full credit to them. And you make your own luck. And Wales have done that again this afternoon.
Steve Tandy still looking as studious as ever, but he will be bouncing with pride inside.
Well, in less than 3 minutes we should get a smile out of him, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and we have to commend him. He has conducted himself throughout the course of what has been at times a tough 9 matches in charge, but he said it was going to be a long path back for Wales. Is this just the start for Steve Tandy's Wales? We shall see. This a defensive scrum. They need quick channel 1 ball here, and it's gone Wales' favour, and it is a penalty, and Wales will take every second possible to take this penalty for collapsing the scrum.
Yeah, that's a great turnaround. The Italian scrum have been getting on top of Wales for the last 10-15 minutes after the sin bin in, and that's a big turnaround for Wales when they're under big pressure. 2 tries that Wales have managed with Ellis Mee and James Botham managed to somehow claw them into touch or claw them short. Brilliant play by Wales.
Everybody nearly on their feet here in the Principality Stadium. They've played their part as well, the Welsh crowd, as we learn that the player of the match, and deservedly so, is Aaron Wainwright. There could have been many that could have been recipient to that reward. That's gone long, and Wainwright, who else is there on the scraps in the final minute of this, what's been at times a tough campaign for Wales, but they've shown promise as well along the way. They could have beaten Scotland, they played their part in Dublin, and now they can bask in the first win for such a long time. It's been effort, guts, determination, tenacity, and I'm sure there's been tears along the way as well, but I'm sure after the 80th minute it will all have been worth it, and hopefully this, James Hook, is just the start.
Yeah, and how long goes it since Wales, the last 2 minutes of a test match, can just almost sit back, relax and just enjoy the sound of the crowd? It's been a long time coming, but as I said just now, Ken, this is so deserved for this team.
The roar is because the 80 is up. This, the final act of the test match. Wales can enjoy the last few seconds, as can the 70,000 that have come and are present here at Cardiff. We've seen some dark days for Wales in the past few seasons, and the outstretched arm of Christopher Ridley indicates a penalty, so we're not at the end yet. Tackled by Wainwright. Italy trying to get the last word right on the try line, and it is a try. It is Garbisi who gets the final word. It doesn't matter, it's irrelevant, because Wales have secured victory, and the grin on Steve Tandy's face is like a Cheshire cat, and he deserves all the plaudits, as do all the coaching staff as well. Garbisi scores, but it's not going to spoil the party, and it is going to be some party here at Cardiff.
The problem is the Wales players would be so shattered after this campaign. The party might be just them putting their feet up, having their protein drinks, and then having a sleep.
We're Welshmen, man. We're Welshmen. They'll enjoy it, that's for certain.
The final kick is unsuccessful. That's Christopher Ridley, and the final whistle. And finally, Wales have won in the Six Nations. The rotten run that went back to the 11th of March 2023 is consigned to the history books. Wales have plummeted to the depths of despair in that time. We've seen some poundings, we've seen some dark moments, we've seen some tears along the way. But Wales in this competition have showed ability, they've showed character, tenacity as well, and hopefully this is just something, this is just the start, and they have finally turned the corner. Credit is due to Steve Tandy. It's come after 1,099 days. Wales experienced victory in the Six Nations. The final score, deserving victors. Wales 31, Italy 70.
Won't have to wait that long again, will we? Well, we've not heard noise like this, we've not heard an atmosphere like this, have we, for such a long time, as the party begins at the Principality Stadium. A relief washing through the place, washing through the whole country after 3 long years without a Six Nations win. 4 years since they won on Welsh soil. Rejoice, relief, celebrare, celebrate. The agony is over. And they're on their way back, Wales, and the darkest days behind them as they avoid another clean sweep of defeats. Catatonia booming round the stadium. I'm sure we'll have plenty more of those cool Cymru songs over the next 25 minutes or so. We're on air until 7 o'clock. Plenty of reaction to come here on BBC Radio Wales and BBC Sounds. But after such a difficult run of defeats, 15 in a row, and a torrid start to the campaign with that defeat at Twickenham and the loss here to France in game number 2. The progress they made against Scotland and then Ireland has resulted in a win against Italy at the last hurdle of this year's Six Nations, and we can see all of the smiles on the faces of the men in red beneath us at the moment. They are going to really enjoy their Saturday night, James Hook, and who can blame them, whatever that looks like.
Yeah,
could be messy.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. And but you know, they completely deserve it, as we just said in commentary. And you know, it was such a monumental effort from all 23 players this afternoon. They put the bodies on the line. I think what won that game for them, obviously that first half. But just look, in the first 10 minutes of that second half, Wales come out 21-0 up. And then you probably think it was Italy's team talk. But it didn't matter, because Wales scored through Dan Edwards to make it 28-0. Then the drop goal to make it 31-0. And that was pretty much game over. Knocked the win completely out of Italy's sails. And yeah, they had the purple patch in the second half. But, you know, it's too big a mountain for them to climb.
Yeah, you know, it was a lot, wasn't it, Ian Goff, to expect Italy to just lie down again in the second half and Wales to roll in, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 tries and Italy get nothing. They fought back, but it was testament to Wales and their defensive qualities that they, you know, they kept them at bay.
Yeah, and you should have said superb defence. Ellis Mee, James Botham there, you know, denying them tries. Just the scramble defence was brilliant all day. You know, what a performance, what a way to start a game, and what an intention and a confidence. And yet, you know, there's parts of the game that they can work on now for that second half where, you know, a few errors and penalties kicked in. You know, so there's stuff to work on with them. But what a way to attack this game. You know, you think a team's not full of confidence, but they played like they were full of confidence. They just started like they were champions. You know, they came out of the block so quick, and it was such a good performance for the fans to see, and family and everybody. You know, I'm chuffed for these Welsh players and everyone involved with this journey, because, you know, this is the start of the journey. It started against Scotland, I think, and it's just progressed, and still a long way to go, but that's such a good sign that they've given these last 3 games.